Hello, children. Today let us learn the poem Animals, written by Walt Whitman, from the text First Flight. In this poem, the poet praises animals for being better than human beings and for possessing all such qualities that human beings lack. The poet feels that humans have lost qualities of calmness, lack of greed, and the ability to stay happy and self contented. He feels that animals are better than humans. So the poet desires that humans should adopt the qualities of animals to become better humans. The poet Walt Whitman was an American poet, essayist, and journalist. Some of his works are Leaves of Grass, Song of Myself, and O Captain, My Captain. He is often called the father of free verse. First, let me recite the poem for you. Animals by Walt Whitman. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self contained. I stand and look at them long and long. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So they show their relations to me, and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? Now let's understand the poem part by part. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self contained. I stand and look at them long and long. Over here, the poet says that he wants to live in the world of animals. The poet finds that the world of animals is better than the world of human beings. He gives us a very clear reason for his thoughts. He says that the animals are placid, which means they are calm and peaceful. Apart from that, they are self contained, and so they do not care about other animals. Animals do not have greed for worldly things. They are happy in life. And so, due to these reasons, the poet stands and watches the animals because he is quite astonished by their nature, because we human beings are so different from animals. Now let's understand the next two lines. They do not sweat or whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. Over here, the poet says that the animals do not bewail or cry over their condition. We humans keep complaining and grumbling over our condition, but animals are satisfied and happy with what they are. The poet also says that humans weep in the dark over their sins. Humans commit mistakes or sins which make them feel guilty. Hence, they often weep for their sins in the night. Animals, on the other hand, don't commit sins or mistakes, and so they are not disturbed. They are pure, and so they do not have to pray to God for forgiveness. Now, the next few lines. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. The poet further says that animals do not make him feel sick. They do not make him feel bored by discussing about their duty to God. The poet feels that humans have double standards. They commit sins and at the same time they talk about their duty to God. On the other hand, animals neither commit sins nor talk about God and religion. Next, the poet says that no animal is dissatisfied with its life or demented, which means mad, with the mania of owning things. In other words, animals are happy with what they have, and they don't have greed for worldly things like human beings have. This desire to own things has been called madness by the poet. And this desire to own or possess things has affected human beings very badly. The next few lines. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. Over here, the poet says that animals are free from the habit of praying to their ancestors. They do not believe in kneeling before others or bemoaning for those who have left the world. When the poet says, not one is respectable, he means that since animals treat each other as equals, there is no question of giving respect to some and ignoring others. In other words, humans bow before the powerful and rich people, but animals never bow down before any other animal. The poet is also pointing towards the discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, color, etc. Unlike humans, animals never discriminate. The next few lines. So, they show their relations to me. I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possessions. Through these lines, the poet feels that animals represent human beings in some way. This means that animals seem to have what humans once had, that is, virtues like kindness, self-contentment, and innocence. They symbolize the lost values of human race. According to the poet, they bring tokens of himself. Here, himself refers to humans. In other words, animals possess qualities which were those of human beings. Animals evince means show or reveal what they have in their possession. In other words, animals show all those characteristics which humans once had, that is, qualities of honesty and innocence. Now the last two lines. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? Over here, the poet wonders from where the animals could get those tokens. Here, tokens refers to the nature of humans which existed in humans in the past. He wonders whether he, that is, the human beings, passed that way huge time ago, which means had those virtues long ago, but then dropped them carelessly. So the whole poem is about the evolution of greed and desire among humans. Long ago, we were honest and innocent, but now we have lost all those virtues. On the other hand, animals seem to have retained those values. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe and comment for suggestions.